Edward Tela Vaquera. What are you doing here?
I got in the top 3 as well.
I don't believe it.
I've got this in the bag, Yusufov. You have no chance.
We'll let our inventions do the talking. Phil?
The world first met Faraj Yusufov 2 years ago, as his life was put on display in Employee of the Year. We watched as Faraj tried and failed to achieve the ultimate goal at Australian Mattresses, to win the Employee of the Year award. When we last saw Faraj, his life was at the lowest of lows. Alrighty, Faraj, it's time we were leaving now.
No, what do you mean?
We've got all the footage we need, so
No.
yeah, we can.
No, don't leave me.
Over, so.
Please, I'll do more funny stuff. Please, don't go.
Sorry, Faraj, but we really do have to be heading off now.
No, don't leave me.
Oh.
No.
Robert, he's hurting me.
Faraj, get off, please.
Robert, he's really hurting me.
Don't leave me.
Faraj, let go, please.
No.
We're sorry. We're sorry, Faraj. We've got all the footage. We have to go. We have to leave. Let's get out of here.
Man, that guy was crazy. That's gonna leave a bruise, man. It's already starting to get red as well. Robert, look.
So Faraj and the team didn't really leave on good terms.
You can say that again. I still get nightmares from that day.
Yeah, okay, Stu. So Faraj and the team didn't really leave on good terms, but Faraj was still keen to put his life on display for a documentary.
Mr. Robert Wales, good to see you.
How are you, Faraj?
Very good. And Stu, how's the leg?
Still kind of hurts a bit.
It's a pleasure to see you anyway, Faraj.
Good, now come on in, please, come on in. We have a lot to catch up on, please. Stu?
So, what happened after we left 2 years ago?
Yes, the very next day, I confronted my boss. I went into his office and I said, Phil? Seriously? You chose Phil over me? After all I have done for this company? And then he starts yelling about how all I did was bring shrimp into work. And then I'm all like, shrimp? You want shrimp? I'll give you shrimp. Then I just started throwing shrimp right into his face. And he's getting attacked by my shrimp. I tell him, I quit. Then I turn around and walk past Phil, and Phil's all like, get out of here, Faraj. And then I'm like, no, Phil, how about you get out of here? Then Phil starts to cry. He starts to cry like a baby boy. And I'm just staring at him like I own him.
Wow. So you threw shrimp in your boss's face. That must have felt good. How did Abdullah react to all of this?
Did someone say my name?
Abdullah, it's a pleasure to see you.
Hi, David. It's good to see you too. I brought over some Doritos for you guys to enjoy, so I'm just going to put them here.
Well, since you're here, Abdullah, you can answer this one. How did you react to Faraj telling you that he was quitting?
Well, at first I wasn't a very happy fuselage. But then he tells me it's time for him to pursue his dreams full time. And you know what he tells me he's going to become? An inventor. An inventor.
Wow, an inventor.
Yes. Ever since I was a little Orlan in Azerbaijan, I wanted to become an inventor. And then I come to Australia, I start working at Aussie Mattresses. I think I'll now be inventing mattresses. But it didn't work out that way. So when I didn't win the award, it really was just the last straw. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I finished speaking. You don't need to. So I'm sorry. I was just helping. Sorry, was I speaking whilst you were interrupting me? No. Please continue. I'm sorry. Please continue to interrupt me.
Faraj, please. We have visitors. You don't need to be like.
Exactly. So how about you shut up, go to the kitchen, and prepare some shrimp.
Wow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
No, it's fine. I'm actually glad you saw this. So what I have to deal with every day. I tell you, if she wasn't so hot. And this is where it all happens. My inventing shit. I'm actually in the middle of inventing a time machine. I have the chair all sorted out, but now I just need to figure out how to make it travel through time.
Okay. Have you got any finished inventions you can show us?
You know, I do. Pepsi? Have you heard of Pepsi?
I know what Pepsi is, yes.
Good. You get normal Pepsi, you put it in the ice box. Frozen Pep. Frep. Frepsi. Frozen. You know, I haven't figured out the name yet, but I also have the Mickey Mikey edition. But essentially you get the frozen Pepsi into the normal Pepsi, you get, boom, cooler Pepsi.
So it's not really an invention then, is it? It's more just something that you did. Like boiled yogurt.
That's brilliant. You know, you should come work for me.
Look, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Faraj, but your inventions are going to need to be a lot better if you want any company to buy them.
Yeah, you're right. Especially if I want to win the Sugar Loops competition.
Sorry, what competition?
The Sugar Loops Inventor Competition. That's why I've been working so hard lately.
No, I'm still not clear.
2 weeks ago, I saw a competition on the back of a Sugar Loops cereal box. The Sugar Loops Inventor Competition. The competition was for inventors. Each inventor sends in a video of themselves with an original invention, and the 3 best inventors get to present their invention to a panel of marketers. I was over the moon for a competition so perfect for me. The best bit is that 50% of all profit go to me. I'm going to win. Not just for me, but for Abdullah too.
And Hakazim.
Who?
Hakazim, your son?
Oh yes, Hakazim. Yes.
Where is Hakazim, by the way?
Oh, he moved out a while back.
He was 1 last time we were here, so he'd be 3 now. Did you send a 3-year-old out on his own?
Well, it was 2 years ago, and so he would have been 2 at the time.
He would be 1.
1, yeah, 1. Back in Azerbaijan, when a kid finishes feeding, they move out. Actually, Hakazim would have been seen as a bit of a mummy's boy back in Azerbaijan. And also, he was starting to become a bit of a financial burden, seeing as I was unemployed. I mean, we still love him, but he really insisted on moving out, so...
A 1-year-old insisted on moving out?
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
I really struggle to believe that a 1-year-old willingly...
Edward Tela Vaquera!
Faraj Yusufov, an inventor? Don't make me laugh!
Edward Tela Vaquera. How dare you show your face around here?
Can someone fill me in?
I hate Edward Tela Vaquera as much as I hate Phil Iris. Edward worked for Vaquera mattresses as I worked for Aussie mattresses. We were arch enemies at the softball company games. 4 years ago, at the company finals, I scored the winning home run. But Edward Tela Vaquera insisted to the umpires that I was out. So, we lost. We won the game and you know it!
Don't make me laugh!
Wait, you're Edward Tela Vaquera of Vaquera mattresses.
You are speaking of my late father, Edward Tela Vaquera Sr.
Rest in peace, Papa. Shut up and start talking. What are you doing here, Edward Tela Vaquera?
Well, Faraj, I heard you wanted to become a Sugar Loops inventor. So I quit my job as sexy secretary at Vaquera mattresses.
To beat you at your own game.
You sneaky little vermin! Get out!
You want an invention? Take your ice, put it on the chair, cold chair, boom!
Oh, get out of here!
Wow, I can see why you hate that guy.
Yeah, he ruined my softball career. Now he's going to ruin my inventing career. Did you see him with that chair idea? It was genius. It's like he wasn't even trying.
Don't worry, Faraj. I'm sure you can beat him.
Probably could. We've had a trench coat like that. Do you see him? I could be the next Thomas Edison with a coat like that.
You don't need a trench coat to invent.
Yeah, you're right. I can invent without a coat.
Yeah, you can invent all by yourself.
Yeah, no coat necessary.
I can't believe you bought a trench coat. How much did that cost you? Like $300? $400?
$4 grand.
What?
Well, you've got to pay to be a player, Robert. So, if you don't mind, let's go start inventing.
Wait, Faraj. I think you just need to relax a bit before you hit the inventing shed. You need to do some research first.
Research?
Yeah, you need to come up with some ideas and develop them before you actually start using your tools. Let's play a word association game just to help get some ideas flowing. Okay, so I'm going to say a word and you have to tell me the first word that comes into your mind.
Okay.
Okay. Laser.
Laser.
Electric.
Electric.
Okay, no. Faraj, you have to say a different word to the word that I say.
Okay, yeah, no, there, okay. Good, I got it. Good. Stop.
Automatic.
Pepsi.
Glow in the dark.
Shrimp. Wow, that's great. Let's get to work, Mr. Wills.
No, Faraj, that's...
Come on, Mr. Wills, to the shed.
No, you can't just jump on the first idea you have.
Haste, Robert, with haste.
Faraj, there's
Don't
more
have
to
a
inventing
moment to
this.
spare, Robert.
Look, Faraj, glow in the dark shrimp is a terrible idea.
You're right. I don't have what it takes to be an inventor.
No, you don't give up that easy, Faraj.
No, my ideas are terrible, Robert. I've got to give up.
No, you don't need to say that.
I think it's time for me to hang up my coat.
No. Actually, yeah, that's probably a good idea. But you don't have to give up yet.
I was getting a little bit lightheaded, actually.
Yeah, well, it's like 30 degrees out here, man. You
Yeah.
can't be wearing a trench coat in this weather.
If only there was a coat I could wear all year round.
Faraj?
He's awake.
Thank God, I was about to call an ambulance.
What happened?
Heat stroke, that's what happened. You didn't take the trench coat off quick enough, and then you passed out.
Really frightened there for a second.
Just before you passed out, you had a really weird look on your face. I thought you must have had an idea or something, but then you just collapsed.
Yes, of course. The idea.
Abdullah, put on a box of coffee. It's time to invent. People love to wear coats, yes? If it wasn't so hot, people would wear coats all year round. But they can't. What if there was a way for people to wear coats all year round? What if there was a coat that cooled the person down while they wore it? This coat would sell millions.
Wow, Faraj, that's actually a pretty good idea. But how are you going to invent a coat that cools itself down?
That's what I have to work out.
Yeah, I think a self-cooling coat is going to be harder to invent than you think.
Don't sweat it, Mr. Wills. I think I've got some ideas.
Faraj, this isn't going to work.
You're right. It's hopeless.
Come on, Faraj, didn't you learn anything from your mattress job?
Have you ever used an electric blanket, Mr. Wills?
Yeah, of course, but that would just make your coat warmer.
Not necessarily. Whilst I worked at Australian mattresses, I learned that every electric blanket has a hidden switch that reverses the heating system, making it cold.
No, that can't possibly be true.
All I have to do is attach the electric blanket to the inner lining of the coat, and it'll be done.
I have to hand it to you, Faraj. I think you're onto a winner.
Has this ever happened to you?
Do this, Faraj?
Yes, now hurry up, hurry up.
Wowee, I want to look stylish in my trench coat, but it's way too hot.
Well, this is the coat for you.
Wowee, this is amazing. I could wear this to the beach.
You should. The key is in the electric lining inside the coat, powered by a small battery to keep you comfortably cool all year round. The cooling coat. Be the coolest guy in town. Okay. And it's sent.
Well, now all you have to do is wait for a response.
Yes, well, better give the old email a check.
Well, I don't think they would have responded already.
Yeah, nothing yet. Give it a bit of a refresh.
No, surely they're going to take at least a few days to respond. They won't have already done anything.
And, well, there it is. Got it. Sugar Loops has chosen the 3 lucky inventors to present their invention to a panel of Sugar Loops marketers. Thank you for entering your invention, the cooling coat. It's even got the name and everything. The competition was tough, and we're very sorry that not everyone is able to present their inventions.
Sorry, buddy.
But lucky for you, you are! You and 2 other amazing inventors will get to present their invention this coming Sunday, so grab your invention and make sure you have a convincing pitch ready! We did it! We did it! We did it, Mr. Wills! No, Abdullah! Abdullah, we did it! My invention, it got in! Really? The code? Yes, the cooling code! It got in! That's wonderful! Things are finally looking up for the Yusufovs. How about you go prepare for us some celebratory shrimps?
But Faraj, you used them all. We don't have any more. You sticky tape them all to the coat.
Well, buy some. Get in your car, drive to the shops, and buy some shrimp. Good thing she's hot, right?
Phil?
Hey Faraj.
What's Phil doing here?
Well, you must know, my son Dimitri entered the competition and I'm just here to support him.
You let the child enter a Sugar Loops competition?
Actually, the competition was targeted at children, but there was no age restriction, so we got a lot of adult entries. We just picked the 3 best inventions.
So let's start the presentation. We'll start with
Edward Tela Vaquera. Let me present to you the invention that will completely change the nut game. I present to you the Desalter 9000. Ever tired of salted peanuts? Well, one spin in this bad boy, and that is a thing of the past. Here, unsalted peanuts. And that's not all. Unsalted cashews. And in the Desalter 9000, there's a little pinch of salt that I can sprinkle upon the cashews. Unsalted peanuts, salted cashews.
that is the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Literally, I don't think I can think of anything dumber than that.
Good joke, sir.
You do realise you can just buy unsalted peanuts and buy salted cashews.
I think you're confused. You see, the Desalter 9000, it takes the salt off the peanuts and puts it on to the cashews.
I think you're confused. You can buy both salted and unsalted peanuts. It's the same with cashews.
Well, if that were true, there'd be no need for the Desalter 9000.
There is no need for the Desalter 9000.
Ah, yes.
These peanuts are still really salty.
Edward, peanuts and cashews are grown without salt on them. Different manufacturers will choose whether or not to put salt on their products.
I always thought they came salted. Well, I guess I'll be taking my leave. The Desalter 9000, what a silly idea. Well. You know, I can never tell whether these things are push or pull.
Neither. It's a normal door. You turn the knob,
Oh,
hold the knob, turn that, and open it.
oh,
Just like that.
thank you.
So, how did that guy get in?
The competition wasn't exactly competitive.
Yeah, most people just send in videos of themselves freezing Pepsi.
Okay, let's have our next pitch. Is this your son?
Yeah, this is Dimitri. He wanted to come alone, but I thought I'd better come and support him.
All right, Dimitri, lay it on us.
So, basically, this is a pillow that's cold on both sides.
Tell him what it's called, Dimitri.
It's called the cooling cushion.
So how exactly does it work?
Okay, so there's an electric blanket inside it, and inside every electric blanket there's a small switch that you can change to make sure whether it's cold or warm. I know this because my dad's in a bedding company.
Australian mattresses.
So let me get this straight. You've just put a regular electric blanket inside that pillow, so it stays nice and cool?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's genius.
I'm blown away.
So next we have Faraj. Try and top that.
Faraj Yusufov, great to meet.
Just tell us about your invention.
Well, it's a cooling coat that you can wear in the winter, and it also cools you as you wear it in the summer.
Cool. How does it work?
It has a reverse switch from an electric blanket also.
What, so you have to be plugged in wherever you go?
No, it uses this convenient battery.
That seems pretty inconvenient.
So let me just get this straight. Basically, you've taken the idea from a child and found a way to make it much worse.
Did you steal this little boy's electric blanket idea?
No, I have no idea.
Stole the idea.
Why would I want to wear a trench coat like that in the middle of winter, let alone in summer as well?
This isn't the Matrix, mate. No one wears trench coats anymore.
What about that Edward Tela Vaquera guy, right? Well, look, even the name is a rip-off. This is easy. The boy's invention's much better.
Hands down.
Dimitri Iris, you are the winner of the Sugar Loops Inventors Competition. Congratulations, Dimitri.
Good job. Thank you very much.
Great work, son.
Phil, you've done it again.
I'm sorry.
First employee of the year, now this.
Hey, don't take this out on me. Take it out on my son.
You know what, Phil? I don't even care.
Faraj, what do you think you're doing?
Phil's house. I'm burning it to the ground.
No, you're not.
It's happened again, Robert. Phil's ruined my life again.
Look, that might be true, but you can't just burn someone's house down to the ground just because they've wronged you.
You're right. You're right, Robert. You're always right. Abdullah? Faraj, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When Faraj sent me to get the shrimp from the store, I ran into this lovely man and we started talking. I was just so angry. It took me a while to realize that he worked with Faraj. And then I told him about Faraj and his inventing. He's a really lovely guy. He listens to me and appreciates me. You know, he not just for my beautiful face or my body, you know? And he treats me right. He's just a really lovely guy. Faraj, I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
I know what you're thinking, Faraj, but please don't. I have to hand it to you, Faraj. You're taking this really well. Surprisingly well. You've come a long way. Spoke too soon.
My life is over.
No, Faraj. Stu, make sure you get a good zoom. Faraj, it's time we leave.
No, please, I'm already so alone.
We've got all the footage we need. The documentary's over.
No. Mr. Robert Wales!
Faraj, how are you?
Good. Hey, remember that time you got me to play the word association game? And you said glow in the dark, and I said...
Shrimp. Yeah, I remember.
Well, I called Sugar Loops, and they transferred me to a sister company in Japan. I told them about the glow in the dark shrimp idea, and they bought it. Glow-in-the-dark shrimp is the biggest craze in Japan right now.
You're kidding.
I made 60 grand this month alone. Look,
My face is on the box.